What's up guys, and welcome to my rear window Devon pop top rebuild videos. Now what I am about to show you is my restoration of the Devon top. So let me start by saying this very first video is, some of you may have already seen this, but I'm putting it back together again just because I want to do an actual series of videos dedicated just to the Devon top. So this first video is basically my dismantling and just generally cleaning up the original pop top. So a couple of other things. First of all, I am not doing the concertina style roof that was originally fitted to this. Rather, I'm going with the the newer style canvas. And I am actually making the canvas myself. Well, I'm putting the canvas together myself. I've looked around and I just cannot find a colour that I like for this van. So I've decided, let's have a go at doing it myself. Now, there was a little bit of work I did on the actual wooden frame that holds the fiberglass down. What I'll do is I'll actually dig out the original video that I did on it and I'll link to it, so if you want to go back and see that, you can see that as well. But this is primarily on the actual pop top itself, on cleaning it up, on producing the canvas, on putting it all together, and either it'll be a great project or it'll be hilarious. We're going to find out one way or the other. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. So we're at the beginning of January here now, and obviously the temperatures aren't great, so I'm not going to be painting the driver's door anytime soon. So I figured, let's get in and start just dismantling this roof and figure out what I need for it. So what I'm basically doing at the moment is I'm just working my way around, taking all of these rubber trims off. I want to get them off as intact as possible. I mean, these are just so hard, they're just actually just breaking, but what I want is I want to get them all off so that I can actually get a profile so I can match it up. And yeah, the other thing that I was looking at as well is this canvas. It is really dirty, but it's actually in a lot better condition than I initially thought. The only damage I can find so far is there. So I don't know yet. I may see if I can save that. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, it would be nice if I could save this because it is original. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Worst case scenario, I've got to replace it. But anyway, let's get all of these rubber trims broke off. I'm working my way along this top edge first with this one and this one here. So just using plastic trim tools basically, just to ease it out where possible and just wherever, and just popping it out by hand. And so far this bit along this edge seems to be happy to come up by hand, so but yes, I mean that is supposed to join together basically. But as you can see, it's all just very hard and crusty. So anyway, I'm going to stick the camera inside because it is cold out here and it's killing the battery very quickly. So yeah, there may not be too much footage of this, but we'll see how it goes. Well, we are getting there. What I've been doing is I found lots of little rivets down this side, so I've been drilling all of them out. I got all the ones along this edge last time I was messing about with this, but same down there, and it's completely released this inner panel. So I think I should be able to separate this interior now from the outer rim, and I'll put that to one side, and then I'll continue working on this. Although this is broken, I don't actually want to lay the top down onto this because right now I'm having difficulty in finding one. So I want to try and take, where are we at? Point the camera, John. I want to try and get this skylight out in one piece without damaging it any further, because again I want to try and keep it as original as possible. So obviously the plastic cover will need to be replaced, but I want to try and get the mechanism and everything out intact, hopefully. So, but yeah, I've got it all nicely. This is all, you know, basically loose at this point, so okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but anyway, like I say, I'll try and lift this inner section out, and then yeah, we'll see about getting the rest of this dismantled. One thing I am noticing though, I don't know why I thought this panel was wood, but it is actually metal. I don't think it's aluminium or aluminum, whatever. I don't know what it is. It's quite heavy, so I'm not sure what it is. But either way, I'm glad it is metal, not wood, because if it had been wood at this point, I think there would have been rot in it. But yeah. What I'll do, obviously, I'll get some heat on here as well once I get this separated, and then I'll be able to get this peeled off, get it sanded, and see what I'm actually working with. There we go, got the majority of the vinyl off. Still got that bit on that side to do, but yeah. But now when you can get in here and look close, all of these little rivets. So everything is riveted on, and then the vinyl is put over the top and bonded after this inner section is all put together. So yeah, it's actually pretty straightforward. It's just when it comes to reassembling, I've just got to get the sequence right. So because my thought was to put the vinyl on this first, but looking at this, obviously all of these rivets and all of this internal structure has to be riveted in prior to doing any covering on this. So yeah, vinyl is going to be the last thing that goes onto here. It's coming off easy anyway, just using the heat gun, just warming up the adhesive, and the vinyl is just peeling off. So I have been having a better look at this. It's done. There's no recovering it. The mechanism rusted, it's just in bad condition, so that will have to be replaced, but you know, again, that's okay. I'd like to have kept the original one, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, let me put the camera down. Well, actually I'll stick it back inside where it's warm, and yeah, we'll continue, get the rest of this stripped back. So now that I've got the vinyl removed, I'm going to start on these rivets. But obviously a lot of these are filled with glue, so all I'm doing is just taking a pick, just sticking it in there, just tapping it with a rubber mallet, and it's just making a little dent that I can actually just get in with the drill, so I'm not walking the drill all over the place. So, but yeah, there are a lot of rivets in here to come out, so I'm probably going to be here quite a while. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. It'll be dark in a couple of hours, so I'm hoping to get this finished before it like I say, the darkness comes in. But as of the moment, I'm not sure. But we'll see how it goes anyway. But yeah, let's get at it. Right, I've worked out a little bit of a technique here. What I'm doing is I'm using a slightly bigger drill. That's about what is it, 4 mil or something, and I'm actually just drilling the head off. Well, I've done it on these ones here, and then I come in with a smaller 3 mil drill and drill the shank out, and that seems to be working for me right now. It's I'm getting the cleanest cut with it anyway, and everything's popping out pretty good, so I'm going to continue with that down this end and all the way around. Okay, let's try this again. I did replace my camera recently, and this new one, the batteries are just not holding up to the cold at all. I'm having to constantly charge. There's a GoPro as well, so it's not like a cheap eBay one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I've just about got this all removed all the way around. It actually went a bit quicker than I expected. So I'm going to flip it over here on the garbage cans and see what I need to do to remove this, because that, I think, is the only thing that's left holding this all together now. So the other thing, I've been going over this canvas. I'm really torn by it. It's not in bad condition at all. You know, it's got I found one little rip in it, but I don't know what to do. It's yeah, I think I'll get it off. Once I get all of this cleaned up, I'll give that a good clean, really give it a going over, and I want to see if there's anything to rejuvenate it, you know, make it a little bit more supple again, you know, something like that. And if there is, then I might give it a go. If not, like I've said, I think I said previously, I will just renew it. So I've been watching some videos online and actually building them yourself. So I might have a go at that. You know, how bad can it be? Anyway, well, this has been quite the day. Overall, everything came apart quite nice, except for this. This was, yeah. Basically, this thing has been leaking for probably decades, and it's just gunk upon, just, yeah. I mean, literally, that there is the thickness of the various sealers and tapes and different things that have been stuck on it over the decades. So this really did put up a fight, unfortunately, as well. Where are we at? Where are we at? There. I'm not finding it at the moment, but there is somewhere where there is a little bit of damage, and it's basically just had the sealer stuck over the top of it. But yeah, overall, it's yeah, it's apart. So one of the things I am thinking about doing is I know I want to keep this pretty close to original, but I want to do a little, you know, maybe a few little modern touches. One of the things I think I might do is where it had vinyl on the inside of this, or like the underside of this, I might actually go in with some sort of, you know, maybe decorative wood or something. You know, the very fine, like the thin, wide panels. I don't know just yet. I'm just spitballing, as they say. But yeah, so obviously it is getting quite late in the day. It is going to be getting dark shortly, so I am going to just start packing everything away. Give this area a good sweep, because like I said, I've been chiseling out this various sealing products for at least an hour, maybe more, and I just want to get it all cleaned up off the driveway. So yeah, that's it for tonight, and we will be back at this tomorrow. Good morning. So we're back at it again. Now, did a little bit of research last night, and the vast majority of these Devon roofed Type 2s I could find, basically this outer frame was silver, it wasn't painted white. So I found one or two where it had been painted, but the majority of them were silver, so that's what I'm going to go with. But first of all, I've got to get this old perished seal out, and Yeah, it's in pretty bad shape. I mean, it's like, yeah. So I think I'll just get a pick and I'll just spend a couple of hours picking all of this out and flip it over. Let this truck get past, car get past. Flip it over, and then I think I'll hit it with some 600 to start with, and just to get this ugly old paint off, and then probably go up to 1000. Should be able to come back with some coarse compound and just polish it up. What I'll probably do is, once the roof's ready to reassemble and it's a little bit warmer out here, I might just give it a coat of clear just to keep the shine there. So, but that's the plan for this morning, so let's grab a pick and get picking. So there isn't really an easiest quick way to do this, as I'm just basically just getting the pick, working it in there and just flicking stuff out. Yeah, I think my estimate of a couple of hours may be a bit off, but yeah, that's basically it. Yep, shotgun shell there. If somebody's out shooting, but yeah, let me put the camera down because I really do need two hands to do this. But here, you get the general idea. Well, I've just reached the halfway point, and honestly, it's actually going a little bit quicker than I anticipated. It's I've expanded now to got the pick and just a rubber mallet, and yeah, just get the pick under, just tap it, pops a bit up, flick it out, move on to the next. So only downside is that I can feel rain, but I'm going to keep on going until I get to the end of this anyway, regardless. Well, there we are, it's all cleared out now. What I'll do is I'll just get an airline and just blow all the little bits of debris away. But yeah, happy with how that worked out. It a lot quicker, a lot easier than I was anticipating at first. So I think what I'm going to do now is, like I say, I'll blow it out, flip it over, and then I'll start stripping this paint off. I actually wished I had some chemical stripper, but I don't. And to be honest, what's available these days isn't really that good anymore. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just get to sanding it and then I'll just polish it up. But yeah, there we have it. Something that did cross my mind though. I know I haven't done a lot of detail on the actual dismantling of this, and it is spread across a couple of videos. But what I'll probably do is, when I come to reassemble, then I'll try and do a more detailed video. Obviously at the moment time is not on my side, so again, as I said in my previous video, that's one of the reasons why I haven't done tutorials or set cameras up and filming things as they happen. It's time, I just don't have a great deal of time when I'm doing this. So, but there are a number of people out there actually like to follow along with what's being done. So, yeah. Anyway, with that in mind, let's get this put to one side. I'll get this flipped over and we'll get on with it. Well, there we have it. Now, I have made a little bit of a discovery. When I started to get under the white paint, I started to come across silver, and it was sprayed silver, and I think that has been the original colour. I think it has actually had a coat of paint on it. Now the other thing I noticed as well is that it's where you can see where the frame has been welded together. It's been there, and up here at this end, just there. I don't know how well that shows up on camera. But yeah, so it looks like the frame's made in two pieces. Well, obviously it's going to have to be made in it's going to have to be joined somewhere, but yeah, it looks like it's made in two pieces and then just welded and ground. Now, the other thing that on this section here as well was a little tiny bit of filler. So the question is, do I do it silver? Obviously I'm going to have to paint it. So, do I go with silver or do I go with the white? I'm undecided at the moment. I must admit, looking at the ones online, I did like the silver. Now, something else that I have noticed, and it was obvious on this one when I was taking it apart, was the actual vinyl panel in the middle was black. And again, when I come to do that, should I do it black or should I go white to match the, because obviously I'm going to do the sides either teal or white. Yeah, decisions, and at the moment I'm not entirely sure which way I'm going to go with it. But we have got it stripped now. So it's just after lunch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this taken off, put to one side, then I'm going to get the roof panel on and basically do the same with that, get that all stripped down. I'm not so concerned about the inside. Obviously these edges around the outside of it, outside of that rectangle, you can see it's painted white, so I probably will sand there because I do want to repaint that white. The inner section that has insulation and the actual panel that goes over, and obviously the roof vent, so I'm not too concerned about that. As for the insulation, obviously I'm gonna go with a modern compressed sponge, maybe closed cell or something like that. Still got to investigate that. I won't be putting the styrofoam polystyrene insulation back in. That is just, yeah, that's a massive fire hazard. So obviously all the materials that I'm using on the inside of the van will be fire retardant. So, you know, just to be safe. Right, that's it. Let's go grab some lunch and then we'll come back and make a start on that. Well, there we have it. Now obviously I haven't taken all of the paint and everything off here. My intention was always just to get it flattened down. Obviously it will be covered, but this, around this whole good grief, that's been a challenge. I mean, all the various types of adhesive and sealer and different things like that were put around this vent. Whew. Yeah, I've had, well, obviously wire wheel, hot air gun, sander, thinners, and this section has taken me longer than the rest of the panel combined. But it's done now. There is a little bit of damage. Where was it? There. So what I need to do is I'll tap that flat, and then I'll have to figure out how to do this. I'm not sure what this is. I don't think it feels like mild steel, but it's been exposed to the elements for a long time and there's no rust in it, so I'm wondering if it's stainless. But that said, it feels too light to be stainless, so well, and it's obviously not aluminum. So I don't know, but anyway, whatever it is, I need to repair this area here. So what I'll probably do is get the hammer and dolly out and just dolly this nice and flat. Then when I come to actually put the roof back together, I'll bond a piece underneath and fill the top, smooth it off. And then when the vinyl goes on, it'll be nicely covered up. But yeah, there we have it for the time being. Ignore the mess, it started raining, so I had to throw everything into the doorway. But yeah, so that's basically the first video. Obviously I'm still working on this mid section, but yeah, that was shot, I think it was either the beginning of 25 or the end of 24, I don't remember. But yeah, so that was just my basic teardown. It was already removed from the van, several bits had already been removed from it, and so the teardown is more just what I was left with. But that is basically it for now. We will get to this in a later video, and the next video that's coming up is the canvases. I have just about actually finished those now, and I'm just waiting for a centre section covering to go into there. You'll see my trials and tribulations regarding this in an upcoming video, but anyway, stay tuned for the rest of it, and yeah, like and subscribe. So take care and have a good one.